Hello, all you awesome kids. We're here.
Yes.
Hello.
All right. We'd like to officially announce our new name. Drum roll, please.
Yes.
Zortez.
Family.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Today we're bringing you greatest common factor, taught to you by your three awesome teachers. Yeah. Okay. So let's wait for that zoom.
There it is.
All right, so the greatest common factor, also known as GCF. What is the greatest common factor? Well, the greatest common factor is the biggest number that is a factor of each number. Now, Ms. Z, what is a factor? I feel like you went over it last week and that it's been something I've heard for a long time. But why don't I remind you? A factor are the two terms that you multiply together, two or more terms that you multiply together to get your product. So think of it as like 3 times 5. 3 and 5 are both factors, okay? So when we're doing our steps, and you may be a little confused, but we have some examples to go through for you, you're gonna list all the factors for each number. Then you're gonna find the common factors. Then you're going to choose the greatest common factor. Now, these colors are important. I use these in the example, and we're going to use them today on the board. So if you look down here, find the greatest common factor, the GCF, of 18 and 12. So what I first do, and I always make sure I do this, is I list my base 10 digits. What are your base 10 digits?
I don't know.
What? Little Jimmy, is that you in the back again? Jimmy, I always like how you break the rules when you're at school. Go home. All right. It's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not 10. Not 10. It's 0 to 9. So I'm going to post those and put them above. Then when I'm looking at 18, I'm going to think, what times 18, or what times what gives me 18? Equals 18. Gives me a product of 18. What are the two factors or three factors multiplied together to give me a product of 18? So I'm going to start at 0. Can 0 times something equal 18? No. Okay, what about 1? Can 1 times something equal 18? Yeah, so I'm going to cross off the 1. 1 times 18 equals 18. All right, what about 2? Yeah, 2 times 9 equals 18. So I'm going to cross out 2 and 9. Then I'm going to think 3. Can 3 times something equal 18? Yeah, 3 times 6 equals 18. So I'm going to cross out 6. Then I'm going to look at 4. Can something times 4 give me 18? No. Can something times 5 give me 18? No. Oh, and look, I meet 6, which 6 is found on my other side. So now I know that since I'm already meeting a crossed out number, I don't have to go anymore because my two sides met. They were balanced and they met. Remember, math is all about balancing. Then I'm going to go to 12 and I'm going to do the same steps. 0, no, 1, yes, 1 times 12. 2, yes, 2 times 6. 3, yes, 3 times 4. And then look, I'm at 4. So then I stop because I know that I've met both sides. That both trains have met, which is not a good analogy because that's bad when both trains meet, but y'all get it. So 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. Now that I have my factors, my terms, I need to list them from greatest to least to greatest, small to big, least to greatest. So I'm going to start with 1, and here's a little trick. It's part of the pattern. You started from the smaller side of the number line and you got bigger. So that means as you go down, it's going to get bigger. 1, 2, 3, and then you go to the other side and you go up and it gets larger, even more larger. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18. And I'm going to do it the same way below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to look for what was in common because remember, I have to find the common. All the blue up here, those are the steps you have to take when you're doing when you're finding the factors. Now I'm looking for what's in common. Well, I know 1 and 1 are in common, so I'm going to square that in orange. 2 and 2 are in common, so I'm going to square that in orange. 3 and 3 are in common, so I'm going to score that in orange. Well, 12 has a 4, but 18 doesn't, so there's no in common. I see that 6 and 6 are in common, so I'm going to square both of those. But now when I look, I see 9, 18, and 12. I know that 6 is the greatest common factor, the greatest common number. So I'm going to square 6 in red, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to write 6. So make sure you're looking at this poster and make sure you think about it and take notes. Take notes so you can do your test. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand it over to Mrs. Cortez.
Notes.
Yeah, take notes. And Miss Estrada. And she is going to do the example, one example for you. So let's give a nice round of applause to Miss Estrada. Woo!
Thank you. All right, so our example is going to be to find the GFC. Oh, nope, that's backwards.
Just kidding.
We all
Catch
make
mistakes. Yeah.
GCF,
Woo! Nice
greatest
job.
common factor of, I'm going to do 8 and 12.
Such nice writing.
Yes. Beautiful.
So I have to write out my base 10 digits, and I'm going to do it for each of my numbers. So I'm going to do a line over here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then I'm going to write it over here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I'm going to start with my 8, and I'm going to write with my 12 over here. Okay, so we're going to go through the list and see what factors are of 8. So does anything times 0 equal 8? No, and I'm going to use green to cross out my numbers. No. Does anything times 1 equal 8? Yes. So I'm going to write 1 times 8, and that equals 8. And then I'm going to cross off my 1 and my 8. Does anything times 2 equal 8? Yes, we have 2 and 4. So I'm going to write 2 times 4 because that equals 8. Does anything times 3 equal 8? No. And then I go to my 4, but that's already crossed out, so I stop. And these are my factors for 8. I'm going to move on over to my 12, and we're going to be doing the same thing. Does anything times 0 equal 12? No. Cross that out. Does anything times 1 equal 12? Yes, we have 1 times 12. That's really thin. I'm going to make that thicker. All right. Does anything times 2 equal 12? Yes, we have 2 times 4. So I'm going to cross that out. Cross out my, oh, no, not 2 times 4, my bad. 2 times 6. 3. Does anything times 3 equal 12? Yes, we have 3 and 4. 3 times 4. Anything times 5 equal 12? Nope. And we get to my 6, which is already crossed off, and these are my factors for 12. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to list out my factors for each number, and that is in blue. For 8.
Color coded.
Yeah, I love how you're doing the color coding. That's awesome. So in her own work, she's using the same colors from the poster. Teachers, why do we think that's important? Why, if we were kids, why would we do that?
So we can visualize what we're doing.
Visualize!
So I'm going to write my factors from least to greatest as I'm listing them out for my number 8. So I'm going to start over here and go down. We have 1, 2, and then we go up, 4, and 8.
Love the arrows.
Ooh.
And then
So
for
nice.
12, we would list out my factors from least to greatest, going down. 1, 2, 3, and then we have 4, 6, and 12. So now I have to see what factors my numbers have in common. We have 1, so I'm going to do my orange. 2, we have 2 on both numbers. 3, not for 8, we have 4. I'm going to box that up. We have 8, 6, and 12, not in common. And my greatest common factor is my 4. So I'm going to put a different color.
And we're going to use pink.
Greatest common factor of 8 and 12 equals.
And we're using pink because we don't have red. So you can use whatever colors you have.
Improvise.
4. There's my answer.
Yay.
I love how you clearly wrote those steps out on your whiteboard.
Awesome, awesome.
All right, let's get rid of.
All right.
Alright, so does she follow those steps, guys? Do you guys
Sure did.
thumbs up, thumbs down? What do you think? Huh?
Thumbs up or down? Did she list all of the factors for each number? All right, make sure you're doing it. I see you, Jimmy. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Thumbs
Yeah.
Good, Jimmy.
up. Did you find the common fact? Did she square and find the common factors? Yeah, she did. Nice job. Did she choose the greatest common factor? Yeah.
Yes.
Nice job. All right. Go, Diego, go. That's how I feel like I'm talking, guys. All right. It's Mrs. Cortez time.
Okay.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Guys, I'm gonna mess up the colors, so I'm sorry. Ms. Z, you gonna keep me on check?
I got you. I will help you.
Ms. Z's gonna help me. So I am gonna find the greatest common factor. I'm using the right one?
Yes. Blue for
Find
factors.
The GCF of 15 and 30. 30. I really praised Mrs. Strada's writing because look at mine. But it's okay. All right. So, step number 1. List all the factors of each number. See how I'm checking? Check that out. Okay.
Ooh.
But I'm going to write down my, what is this called, guys?
Base 10 digits.
I almost put 10 after 6.
Ooh,
I
no.
heard 10 and I'm like, okay.
No.
8, 9, yay. All right, so I listed my base 10 because that's gonna help me figure out what factors go in. It's like an easier, like a go-to to help me get started.
And how come you're only doing one?
Because after you get better at this, you could list one and just use 2 different colors to cross it off. That way you kind of go faster at it.
Oh, I really like that idea.
So once you get better at this. So instead of listing 2 base 10 sides, I'm listing 1 just because by now I got faster at it. So yeah, yay. All right. Do what
So
works for you.
she is being efficient.
Yes.
She's being efficient and accurate. Vocab words.
Awesome. All right, so I am gonna start with number 15, and I need to look at my base 10. See, can I multiply 0 times something to get me 15? Nope. 1 times something to get me 15? Yes. What color should I use?
I think you should be using blue.
Blue. Thank you. Told you guys she's gonna keep me on check. All right,
That's
so
what friends do.
yeah, 1 times 15. And look at my base 10 numbers. I don't see a 15 on here, but I'm gonna put 15 out here because it's part of the number. So I know this is probably as far as I'm gonna get because this is the biggest number.
415.
415.
Yeah. Nice
Alright.
job. Good idea.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna cross that off. Woohoo. All right, can 2 go into 15? 2 times something give me 15? No. Can 3 times something give me 15? Yes. 3.
Those children
plus
voices are
5 will
creepy,
give
but
me
okay.
15. All right. Oh! Oh! No! No! I messed it. I'm just kidding. Okay,
We all make mistakes.
yes. All right. It's a big mistake, but I'm okay.
People are strong
I'm
if
okay,
they admit
guys.
it.
I'm okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Nice job.
All right, so 3 times 5 is 15. All right. And then this is where I see my 3 and my 5 that already came together. 6, I know 6 times something's not going to give me 15. 7 times something's not going to give 15. 8, 9, or 10. And I already know 15 is my biggest one, so I stopped there for 15. All right, so now I am going to use the pink color for 30 over here, and I'm going to keep my base 10 there. And then I'm gonna use blue. But when I cross this off, I wanna cross it off in a different color. Because, maybe orange. That way I know like this number, these blue cross thingies off, those lines, were for number 15. And I'm gonna use orange to cross off for number 30.
And I love that you're explaining how you know where your colors go. So at the end of the day, as long as you understand the colors you're using and you understand how they connect, that's what's important. And if it's easy to read, we definitely can tell that it's easy to read.
Yes, and make it your own too after you get comfortable with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna go through the same routine here. I know 0 times something cannot give me 30, but I know 1 times 30 will give me 30. But I know 30 is also known as my base 10, so I can write 30 somewhere out here, just like I did with 15. Okay, and I could cross this one off too, because I already used it over there. All right. Then 2 times something, can that give me 30?
Yes.
Yes. 2 times what?
15.
15. Oh my goodness. And look, 15 came out over here again. So look, now I'm going to cross off the numbers I used. I used 1 times 30. And now I'm using 2 times 15. And that's going to give me 30. All right, now I'm going to look at 3. Can 3 times something give me 30? Yes.
Yes.
3 times 10.
But Miss Cortez, 10's not up there.
I'm just kidding. Guys, don't freak out when you don't see it there. This is, remember, the base 10 line that we write is just to get you started, okay? Because there's more numbers behind this. So, just like I added the 15 because I know it's there, and this is there, I can add the 10.
You're doing
There it
such a
is.
great job.
Awesome. Yay. All right. Catch my mistakes too, guys.
We got you.
All right. So, where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. Cross off the 3. Cross off the 10. All right. Now I could look. Can 5 times something give me 30? I mean, sorry. Can 4 times something give me 30? No. But can 5 times something give me 30?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. So, 5 times 90.
I think you're right. What do you think, Miss Estrada?
Yep, no mistakes there.
5 times
Mm-mm.
90 gives me 30.
Oh, great.
Awesome.
What, Jimmy?
You're wrong.
Wow, Jimmy, you gotta say it so mean. Can't you say it a nice way?
I'm a teacher.
Miss Cortez, I think you're wrong. Oh, I think that was Mr. Moose. All right.
Thanks, Moose. All right.
Way to be there.
5 times 6. Can that give me 30? C. All right. So I'm going to cross that off. 5
Ooh.
and 6. All right. And those are like right next to each other.
So what does that mean? If they're right next to each other, what does that mean?
Am I done?
Yeah.
Yes, especially because I already know I crossed off the other bigger numbers. All right, so now I'm going to look at, oops, I just put marker on my jeans. All right, so now I'm going to look at the next steps because I love to look at my steps just like my teacher showed me. And my next step is to find the list all the factors. All right, so I'm going to list them. And I love what Mrs. Strada did with the arrows, so I'm going to copy her, okay? Because we copy each other when we learn something from each other. All right, so she started from the top and went down and then went up like this. And what color am I listing these in?
And blue.
Blue. All right, so I'm gonna list for 15. We have 1, 3, 5, 15. I don't like how clubbed my numbers look, but okay.
I think they look great.
All right, 4:30. We're gonna follow the same arrows that Mrs. Strada. I've never seen it that way. You know we learn from each other, guys. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing with the arrows because I love visuals. So I'm gonna list them in that order. So I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. All right. Next step.
She's
Find
gonna
the
pull out her
common factors.
orange. Yeah.
Orange it up. All right, so find the common factors. All right, they have one in common. They've got 2. No, that one doesn't have a 2. I see 3 on both sides, so I'm gonna box that in. Alright. I see 5. They both have a 5, so I'm gonna box that in. The top doesn't have 6, the top doesn't have 10. But the top does have a 15, so I'm gonna box that in. Ooh, and that one doesn't have a 30. So now I look. Choose the greatest. So I need to choose the best. Alright. You like my pun there?
Yes.
Alright. So I see that the biggest number they have in common is 15. So my greatest common factor, the G, C, and 15 and 30, if you can still see that, is 15.
Woo!
Yay! Woohoo!
Now, let's see if she did all of the steps.
Let's see. Did she do her base 10 digits? Yes.
Yeah.
Did she find all of the factors for each number? Yes. Did she find the common factors for her 15 and 30? Yes, she did. And then we chose the greatest common factor, which was 15. Followed all the steps, and we got our answer.
I'm so proud. I made mistakes and you guys helped me out, so thank you.
All right. So if you guys need help, you need to rewatch this video and watch our examples and watch our explanation of the poster. So just rewatch. What are you going to do? Rewatch.
Rewind.
Bye, guys.